Let's talk about how people leave all those niggly little problems that they've had on their heating systems all year, and you've even been there last year and told them you need to get this sorted during the summer because come winter time it's going to let you down. Let's talk about that, because that is happening for every plumbing and heating engineer across the country. Radiator valves not working, pumps not working, zone valves not working, because during the summer the customers completely forgot about them. Come the winter, now that the weather's changed and it's getting colder, they're on the phone. You know, you told me that that valve wouldn't last through the summer, or it's not going to last next winter. Change it during the summer. They didn't, did they? They didn't change it. Also, we haven't done a van chat for a good while, so I thought I would drop in the van between jobs today. I've got loads of little jobs to get done. Tell you what's been going on, what's been happening. Obviously, I've lost loads more weight now, so we can talk about the Manjaro thing as well. So, I'm Mark, this is Real World Plumbing. Let's have a bit of a van chat going into winter. Right then, so how is everybody? I hope everybody's doing all right. It's been a while, as I said in the intro, that we've done a van chat. Now, a lot's happened. I've had a couple of absolute nightmare jobs, and the videos are done. Well, then I've got them. I've got to edit them up. We've done a bathroom a month or so ago that I haven't put out yet. I need to finish editing it up because it's going to be a 2 or 3 parter, and it's a brilliant bathroom, but it's one of those ones where the bathroom is really small, so it seems like nothing happened for so long, and then we come across a few issues and whatnot. So that's coming soon. We've also got a heating system flush and cylinder change. I think I've already put the video out for when we diagnosed it, that there was a split in the coil. So I've got that whole change to do, which goes south quite a lot. If the camera's flickering around a little bit, it's because I think I've got a different cradle to what I used to have in the van, so I need to swap that out. But what else has been going on? Oh, coming into winter. I've put a few little notes here. Coming into winter, what do you do? Obviously, I'm quite a reactive plumber, so I don't tend to book too much in during December and January because it's pretty much reactive. So, like for instance, just now, literally 20 minutes ago, I had a phone call come through from a customer I've got. They referred me to this woman. Now, she said she's got a problem with a mixer tap. Her mixer tap's broke. She's gone to use it. Her mixer tap's broke. It won't turn on and off. Could I go round and have a look at some point today, possibly? So if I've got stuff booked in, I've got stuff booked in, but not big jobs booked in, so I can sort of shift stuff around a little bit. And I said to her, which is what I always do, I always say to people, send me a picture of it. It just gives me a bit of a head start. So bearing in mind, she said it's a mixer tap. It's not turning on and off. She sent me the picture through. It's a concealed, ideal standard bath shower mixer, and the on and off isn't working. So we all know that that valve won't be on the shelf anywhere. There's a couple of places it may be, but as a rule, that valve won't be on the shelf anywhere. It's not like you can swing into Plumbase or Plumb Centre or whatever and just pick that valve up. It's not going to be on the shelf. So I've messaged it back and said, right, thanks for sending the picture. I did say if it was a mixer tap, could have just swapped it out. I did say if it's a valve, we're going to have to have a look at it, see if we can match up the valve, the on and off valve, get a part number, get it matched up, and hopefully get it changed for it in the next couple of days. So that's one of the things. And also, interestingly, I got called out the other day to a heating system that's got those Tado radiator valves that are controlled on your app. So as opposed to having a Nest that controls your full heating system on your zones, this you can control every individual TRV valve. Now this system's been in, I'm going to say 3 or 4 years. Every single radiator has got a Tado valve on it, and a couple of the valves are leaking. Now they're Honeywell bodied valves, but they're leaking from the pin going up and down. Now We get it sometimes where the pin sticks down, or we get it where the pin won't move down. But this is, the pins are moving fine, but what I'm thinking is because these Tado heads are constantly turning on, turning off, turning on, those pins are constantly going up and down. Is this causing an issue on this system more than a pin being stuck down? Because if a pin's stuck down, you can usually just pull it up with your grips, free it off, and away you go. Whereas this one, I've got to change all the actual bodies of the valves because these Tado heads are shifting up and down constantly. So that's a bit of an interesting one, actually. I don't know if that's going to be the culprit to it. And the customer is really, he'll go into Tado and see how the valve, if they're the valves, geez, someone just nearly wrote the van off then. Nutters, absolute nutters, on the wrong side of the road. Crazy. Yeah, wow, okay, that was so close, literally so close. What else has been going on? Manjaro. I've lost nearly 5 stone now in 6 months. I've had so many messages from people in the videos, in the comments on the videos, saying, Matt, you look really well. How have you done it? And I've never made, you know, I've never tried to cover it up because I know people are very Marmite with this Manjaro thing. I've been on it just over 6 months now. I lost nearly 5 stone. I work in kilos, so I've lost 27 kilo. Don't get me wrong, it's not cheap. I've been paying around 150 quid a month for the jab, but I must have saved double that in not eating crap, not eating rubbish food. I've not had a McDonald's for 6 months, 7 months. And it just makes you feel full quicker, so you're not eating massive amounts of food. It's weird because you don't want snacks, you don't want chocolate, you don't want crisps. It's just something, it's like a switch goes off in your head and you just don't want that sort of stuff. So it's been really good for me. I went from 2.5 milligrams or whatever, milliliters, 2.5 milligrams up to 5. Did 2 months on 2.5, 2 months on 5, 1 month on 7.5, and I found it didn't really do anything more than what 5 did, and you was paying a little bit more. So I dropped back down to 5, and then I've just recently dropped back down to 2.5. So hopefully, probably after Christmas, I'll come off it completely. But yeah, it's made improved my life so much. I'm not tired as much. I'm not lethargic. I was finding myself getting really like clammy and sweaty because I was so big. And I've looked back at, because obviously I host the Trade Legends podcast, and I've looked back at some of the old episodes on that where I was huge. But you don't see it. When it's you don't see that size. And because I do a lot of obviously social media stuff, you're constantly looking at yourself. So I didn't really notice it, but in retrospect, you look back at old pictures and I'm like, bloody hell. You certainly piled some pounds on. So yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm pleased with that. But yeah, we are going into silly season now. The phones are going crazy. What have we got coming up? I've got a couple of jobs that I need to get done. We've got some radiators to do on a job where the customer wants the extension doing on the house and the rads and that getting back in before the weather gets really, really cold. So we've got to concentrate on that. And tomorrow I'm over at a big job, at a job on a big property. It's like a National Trust property, so it's quite, you've got to get work signed off to be able to go in and work there. So we're over there doing that. Me and Dave Bishop, we've got to go and sort some leaks out. We've got to expose it. We've got to go in a ceiling, through a wall, through a cavity, and hopefully be able to sort these leaks out. So yeah, what else has been going on? Not a lot really. I say I've got loads of content ready to edit up, and I have had a couple of weeks off where work has just been that manic. I'd say a couple of weeks ago I had a nightmare job. I think I teased a little bit out on some reels and whatnot. Bit of a teaser, bit of info on it. I bought a ceiling down in a job. It's never good, is it? So I'm going to edit that up, get that ready to watch at some point over December. So, right, I'm not far away from this job now. Van chats, sorry it's been a while. I know a lot of you like the van chats, a little bit of an insight into what's going on. So I do need to get back onto it really. I've just been that manic. So now we're coming into silly season. I'm saying I'm going to get onto it more. We'll see how that goes. But hope everyone is keeping well. As always, hit the subscribe button. Get subscribed to the channel so you don't miss anything. I'm just trying to navigate some roadworks now that have popped up. You know when you used to go in through a certain route and they've randomly put roadworks up with no sort of prior warning? That's up there. So we've nearly been writ off and then we now got diverted. Right, need to get to this job. Right, get subscribed, hit the like button, and I'll catch you soon.